when things are starting to look different. France, Africa, and a new way of thinking. Hello, my wonderful subscribers and listeners. Welcome to SendMe Radio. Love, peace, and blessings to you all. Today we will be looking at a comment allegedly stated by an economic minister in France and the repercussion across the region of Africa since. There's a story going around online that a former economics personnel in France said their president, Emmanuel Macron, accidentally opened the eyes of Africa and Africans everywhere. The story says this made France lose some of its old control over Africa. We don't know if this is an authentic quote, however the idea behind it feels true to what's happening in Africa right now. It seems like a new paradigm shift had taken place, a new beginning, or a spiritual awakening. People are waking up and wanting to take charge of their own futures. A grip that's getting weaker for a long time, even hundreds of years. France and other powerful countries have had a lot of say in what African countries did. They influenced things like the languages people spoke, the money they used, and even had soldiers stationed in African nations. It was like France had a strong grip on many of these countries. But now, that grip is slipping. Countries like Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Chad are standing up and saying, we want to make our own decisions about our safety and who is in our country. They've even asked foreign soldiers to leave. Other countries like Senegal have spoken up too, saying clearly, we don't owe our freedom to any Western country. People are waking up. It's like people in Africa are opening their eyes, just like that online story said. But maybe it wasn't one leader or one moment that did it. Maybe it's just time. Something is shifting. More than politics, a spiritual awakening for some people. What's happening in Africa feels deeper than politics. They see it as a spiritual awakening. It's like after being told what to think, what to value, and how to act for so long, people are now realizing their true strength and purpose. The old ways of being controlled are like a dark cloud finally lifting. There's a strong feeling rising. We matter. We're valuable. It's time to move forward and stand tall. Macron may have sparked something unexpected. President Macron tried to build better relationships with African countries. But instead of bringing people closer, it seems to have made them more aware of how much independence they truly want. Sometimes, when you try to fix something, you accidentally reveal more than you expected. That might be what happened here. Africa's future. With power comes responsibility. Now that African countries are taking back control of their land and resources, like diamonds, gold, and oil, there's something else to think about. It's not just about owning the land. It's about taking care of it. Not just for today, but for the future. Leadership means making wise choices that help the people now and for generations to come. A new chapter has begun. So maybe what that French minister allegedly stated might have some truthful insights. Things are changing. Countries that once stayed quiet are now speaking loudly. Things that used to keep them down are losing their power. And here's the beautiful part. Africa isn't rising because it wants revenge. Africa is rising because it wants to heal. It wants to build. It wants to be free and whole. This isn't about control, it's about being in charge of your own story. It's a new chapter. A chapter of balance, fairness, and hope. Disclaimer. This article includes reflections on a widely circulated online statement attributed to a former French economic minister. As of now, there is no verified source confirming the authenticity of this quote. The views expressed here are based on the broader sentiment and ongoing developments observed in Africa and among African diaspora communities. The spiritual and symbolic interpretations offered in this article are matters of personal belief and perspective, and are not intended to represent empirical or official positions. This piece is meant to encourage thoughtful conversation, self-reflection, and deeper understanding of the changes unfolding across the African continent. Subscribe for more awesome content on SendMe Radio.